bow. And it's a shirt. It has a secret message. And there's socks. They're rainbows. And there's socks. On the bottom too. And on the top. Strala socks. Yes. Hello, hello, friends. My goodness. Welcome to another episode of Soul Work. Let's get right down to it. Today, I want to chat with you all about getting to know yourself. Who the heck are you? What are you doing? For real, this is an important step to feeling good in yourself and feeling good with what you are creating or co-creating and sliding into in the world. So I want to share one quick little story that's a strange story of my youth that really informs me when I kind of look back and reflect on my life so far of how I get to know myself and what I actually found when I started looking and how that informs things that I choose to do in my life. So one of my first jobs, I've had many jobs. I worked at the dance studio that I danced at from age, I think, 8 or 9 on. My dad was a little bit upset with me because he had to file taxes. I was making, $2 an hour or something. He said it's worth not as much that you're making in the tax filing fee. And I just thought I was doing a good job. Look, I'm participating in the world, 8 years old, earning an income, all of these things. But he said, no, not quite. So when I was 16, I got a job at Pizza Hut. Yay! I was on the phones, phone girl, definitely a gendered role for sure. I don't think there was any phone boys, and it was called phone girl, so probably wouldn't fly now, hopefully. So anyway, I was on phones, and my job was to literally answer the phone back when people called into places, and then type in the order on a little computer that would print out on a receipt, and then the cook would, organize the pizza, put it in the oven, and the driver would take it out to whoever. So my first few times of this job, I noticed that there was a big rush that would come in around dinner time. People would call a lot all at once. And there would be this mad panic, right? Of everything that would happen, it would just kind of go into chaos. The manager, who I thought was a very old person, was probably about 25 years old now looking back. And he would panic during this time and hide in the freezer and literally not come out until things were better. He would have this sort of moment where he just couldn't handle it. So I had this idea. I thought, okay, I can come in a little bit early. I can punch in, the job. I could still get paid for my hours there. I could punch in a little bit early. They said that that was okay. And I would start to organize everything I could organize to support this mad rush a little bit more. So I would fold all of these boxes. Part of my job was folding boxes for the pizzas. And usually, at least in my training, I was told to fold the box once the pizza comes out, and then, you have the box there. And I thought, well, I could do this all in advance, get like as many boxes as possible, fold them up to the ceiling and do all of this, have it organized. So what I learned about myself is I started to come alive and thrive in all of these things around orchestrating and around figuring out the best way to connect, not just in make it go smoother with the mad rush happen, but help everybody kind of be more together in an excited way. I would do all of these boxes, and then when I take the order, I had more time. I didn't have to do a box right then. So I would go and give it to the cook and maybe help the cook a little bit, put on the, cheese slices or whatever it was. And the waitresses, were having a hard time getting their sodas or their beer, their breadsticks, whatever they had to get out at the table. So I would then have more time. I could assist them in some way that wasn't really in my job description, but I had this free time now because I was folding up all the boxes and doing the calls, typing it in efficiently, moving from my center. So looking back then, now, things make sense for what I'm moving toward. So finding yoga as something that could help myself feel connected, help myself feel connected to the people around me makes a lot of sense for me. Orchestrating environments, leading trainings, leading classes, working with whoever I can work with, whether it's an individual, a small business, a larger brand, I can kind of come in and figure out how to make things be a little bit more fun and easy and less panicked for everyone. So that's something that I kind of saw in my raw self and started to aim myself toward cultivating a bit more. Things that I have, studied a little bit, learned a little bit, put myself in the world to learn about, read a lot about, and this is how I get excited. So really getting to know yourself is so essential to see what makes you come alive. And that's a really strange, weird thing, right? That makes me come alive. I love this. Let me help everybody, let me help myself, let me get organized, and let me orchestrate it all together so things can work well. Things can run smoothly with any talent, any energy that I have to organize all of that, to connect myself and people together to create something. As simple as getting a pizza to somebody's home on time, that's great. But also getting a pizza to somebody's home on time creates more ease, creates more joy than that pizza not arriving. So anyway, I thought that would be really cool to just throw out there today. And I'll lead you in a simple meditation we can do to help pull out this self out of ourselves so we can use our energy to keep up with ourselves, just like taking vitamins or supplements or having your smoothies or doing your yoga practice helps keep you strong so you can keep up with your spirit in this way. When we calm ourselves and notice how we're feeling, we notice our breath moving us, we start to hear that inner whisper, inner voice a little bit more, saying, this is you, go do these things, now go, 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 go with ease. All right, so simply be here, however you can be comfortable. Let yourself roll around a bit from your middle. If you feel a place that feels a little stuck or tense, hang there for a while. Take a few big breaths and eventually roll your way toward a more centered place. Eyes can be open or closed, however you're most comfortable. Let yourself soften enough here so you can start to feel your breath moving you. Big inhales pulling you up and out like a big globe, and long exhales softening, releasing you back in. Notice how you feel. Notice what's going on with you right now. And come back to watching your breath move you like it's the shiniest, most cool object ever. Big inhale. How cool is that? Long exhale. Your breath is literally moving you, and you get to go along for that ride. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Cruise around a bit here from your middle. Welcome to your whole new world in this way. Maybe feeling a little bit more connected to yourself, a little bit more interested in aligning your energy with what's pulling you in those positive directions. So hopefully this was a little bit fun, a little bit useful. Have a wonderful day and see you soon. Mwah.